Insurtech startup InsuranceDekho has raised $60 million in its ongoing Series B round. The latest capital infusion is a mix of equity and debt. The startup has also onboarded new investors, including Japanese giant Mitsubishi UFG Financial Group, BNP Paribas Cardif, and Beam's Fintech Fund. Further, this marks the second fundraise for the Gurugram-based startup in 2023. So how does the firm plan to use the funds and what's the growth strategy? Joining us now are Ankit Agarwal, CEO and founder of InsuranceDekho, and Sagar Agarwal, the managing partner of Beam's Fintech Fund. Ankit, let me come to you first. You've raised $60 million. How much of it is equity and how much debt? This is the second fundraise in the last 12 months, totaling now to $200 million. So what's the deployment plan and any more fundraisers planned for this fiscal?
So, firstly, thank you so much for having both me and Sagar over on the show. We really appreciate this. Majority of the amount that we've raised is in equity. We cannot go into specifics of the split between equity and debt. We've raised about $200 million, over $200 million during the course of the year. Most of the fund is going into investment in tech product, investing in creating a more known brand. We will be investing in brand campaigns. Third, there are a couple of M&A opportunities which we're chasing. Fourth, we've identified some new business areas, like we would want to get into the reinsurance space. So these are four broad areas which we will look at investing the capital. From a capitalization perspective, I think the company is sufficiently capitalized. Core businesses broken even. We burning minimum sum of money. So I don't think we will look at raising more capital. But in business, you never say never.
Never say never. But Sagar, let me bring you into the conversation. You're primarily a fintech investor. So what made you bet on InsuranceDekho? What was the rationale? And how exciting is this space?
So I think, thank you so much for having me over as well. I think we spent a lot of time on the insurance space overall, both manufacturing and distribution side, right? And we've seen that space is challenged with not just affordability and accessibility problem, but also mis-selling and mistrust, right? And within this complex space of insurance, we found InsuranceDekho to be building an extremely technology-led platform, right? Extremely robust platform, solving the problem of both Bima as well as unemployment problem in India within the agent network as well, right? And this was led by an incredibly solid team of Ankit, Ish, and the entire group, right? Building a solid platform, solving a large problem of reaching out to millions of agents in India and at the end of the day, millions of customers in India. So given the way the platform is growing and given the way distribution of segment in India is improving, we invested in InsuranceDekho along with our other investors, both MUFG as well as Cardiff. And given the opportunity in the InsuranceDekho from a next 10-year perspective, the way our IRDA chairman, right, thinking about the way sector is evolving, all of this led to spend more time and obviously trust on Ankit and the team to build a larger solution and solve the penetration problem in India.
All right. And, you know, as you were saying, solving the penetration problem, Ankit, where is the big growth coming from? You know, as we understand, you get over 90% off like your premium from tier 2 cities and beyond. So what is working in these markets for you?
See, let's understand, insurance is a financial product where you actually ask for money. You don't give money. It's a promise that you sell to people that if something happens to you, we are going to be there for you. So when you're selling something like that, you want to make sure that there is somebody whom you know who's selling the policy. And we at InsuranceDekho of the firm believe that over the next 10 to 15 years, complex financial products in the country are going to be sold with a digital touch. And that's where we are focused on. Tier 2, Tier 3, Tier 4 markets in the country are still relationship markets where people want to buy from people whom they know. We've been able to create an agent base of over 120,000 people who work with us, who use our platform, leverage on our platform to go out and explain the need of having insurance to consumers and thereby servicing.
Right. And Ankit, what about your top and bottom line? Give us a sense of the numbers you're clocking. What's the FY24 target for you?
So as we speak, we are on an annualized premium run rate of 3,000 odd crores. By the end of this year, we should get to an annualized premium run rate of anywhere between 5,400 to 5,800 odd crores. We are a IRDA regulated entity, so our remuneration, etc., is within the prescribed limits of the honorable regulator. From a profitability perspective, the core business for the company is making money. There is some investment we are doing in new initiatives because we believe we want to continue to grow at 70-80% every single year for the next 5 years. hence we are making some investments there, and that is leading to some burn, which is very marginal. As a company, we should break even during the ongoing quarter, and Q4 should hopefully help us generate enough EBITDA to make sure that we are break even on a full year basis too.
So breaking even in this quarter. Sagar, as you were talking about penetration, and now the insurance sector suffers from very low penetration, as you pointed out. So how key is technology when it comes to expanding in the space?
See, I think if you look at any financial services business, right, the core of the business has to be a proper business model, and tech can only be an enabler on top of that, right? Similarly, what InsuranceDekho is doing in this category, right, they've built a large distribution mechanism in the market, right, with large number of agents, almost 150,000 agents, right? But all of these agents can only be managed at scale if you have a robust technology platform. So reaching out to more and more consumers, right, both through B2B channels or B2C channels or B2B2C channels, you need a technology platform where you can embed the journey of the consumer. And a lot of contextual selling can happen thanks to the technology platform, where you can underwrite the customer better, you can reach out to the customer better, your communication engine can be stronger. So tech plays a very important role, but at the end of the day, you need to have a strong execution capability in the business at the back of it to be able to use the tech to effectively reach out to more and more people. That's the only reason today InsuranceDekho today are present across 1,800 cities, right? A majority of the PIN codes today in India is directly and indirectly captured by InsuranceDekho. If it wasn't for technology, they wouldn't be able to reach out to as many agents and as many insurance companies at the same time.
Absolutely. So tech obviously playing a huge part there. But Ankit, you're also going to use these funds for inorganic growth. Are you in talks with anyone? Earlier this year, you'd acquired Verac. So where's the integration on that front? Any other companies on your radar at this point?
So we've actually amalgamated with two companies. One is Verac. You've already mentioned it. So Verac has helped us launch the SME journey, and we're one of the first companies in the country on the insurance distribution side to go live with the SME journey. The second was a Gujarat-based insurance distributor, IRSS. So that also we've integrated. As we speak, we're currently talking to multiple folks, both on the distribution side as well as on the technology side. Given the sensitive nature of these conversations, I cannot share more details. But hopefully, if everything works well, you should see us announcing a couple of deals soon.
All right. So a couple of deals coming soon there. Ankit, Sagar, we're completely out of time. But thank you so much for joining us on the show. And we wish you all the best going forward.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Ankit.